Hi students, I'm going to make a Jamboard video, a how-to video, just in case this goes to, we have trouble doing this on Friday. So if you're in your email and you go up to the upper right where we've got the 9 dots that have our Google Apps, if we click on that, we can find what's called Jamboard, and it's pretty far down on mine, so I'll just click like that. And what we're going to have is a canvas that we will create. So here's one that I've already made, but I'm going to click on that plus, and now I have a blank board to start working with. I'm going to give it a name, so I think I'll call it Jan's Jam. How's that? Jan. And I'll leave it like that. So you have some settings here. You could set a background that is a color. It could be a photo that you have. I'm going to start with it being black. I think that might be kind of cool. I can also draw on this, and if I press on that pen, excuse me, I can change the thickness. It's more like a marker or a brush, and then the colors as well. So in this case, I'm going to draw with that, and I've got a little triangle. If I don't like that, there's an eraser that I can erase that, so I'll just sort of move that around. So I'm not caring about this too much at this point. I'm going to skip these two. We're going to go down to add an image, and I'm going to go to my Google Photos. Now you could find your photos in Google Drive if you want, or wherever. I'm going to pick a photo, and it comes up and it says insert over in the right corner, and I'm going to do that. And when I click on that, I'm going to make this bigger. I'm just going to drag it out like that, and I'm able to move it upward. If I wanted to turn it at an angle, I could do that as well. And I would just do that by touching this upper left corner. So you can see if I want to angle it, I have to actually turn it like that. But I don't want to angle it. I want to add another photo, and what I've made are these PNGs, and what that means is I've put them on these are little pieces of photo. I've put them on a transparent background and saved as a PNG, and by doing that I can make kind of a cool looking oops, I didn't want that to be like that. Let me put this back. I could keep her angled, but that wasn't my intention. Let me move it back like this. So I actually wanted her to be so big that, so maybe I need to do something like this, that she would fill up that corner. Okay, so there she is. And you know, she could be any part of that picture, but I'm going to put her all the way over into the corner like that. I'm going to add another photo, so I'm just going to go to that spot again. I have this kind of interesting water pattern, and I'm going to insert that. Now, let's say that I really like that, but I want it to actually be behind the picture instead of in front. In this case, I think I'll turn it the whole way around. Oops. I can send it back. So let me just pull this out again because I'm trying to fill up this space. I'm going to push it over like this. So what I'm going to find is where I have these 3 dots. If I click on that, it says order. It says first says duplicate, delete, or order. And I'm going to say I want to send that to the back. And by sending that to the back, it's now underneath that other photograph. So I sort of like how that's looking now. I'm stretching that out. I'm going to add another photo that I have, and again I'm going to do one. This time I'll try one that is this Celtic cross. I'm going to insert that, And I'm going to line that cross up with this rectangular area. So I actually want it to be a little bit smaller, so it sort of looks like it's matching that section right there. A little bit smaller. See how I like that. I'll leave it like that. I'll try another image, and again I have these ones that are clear behind, and if they're clear like that, that means that when I would add them, they'll be clear and they'll show the photo that's underneath, which I think is really a cool feature. And in this case, we'll leave that so it's over top of these other two. I think will be fine. So I'm going to make their faces a little bit bigger, like that. And let's put her ear up right like that. Okay. So what I've done is I've lined up this nose with this, so that this line here comes around and it lines up with that, so it continues the whole way around. So now I'm feeling like this maybe should be a little bit bigger. And I'll move it over a little bit like that. I can keep moving things around and resizing things. You know, maybe I decide, oh, I really want this Celtic cross to be over here. Maybe I want it to be at an angle. Make it even bigger like that. Again, I can push it backward a little bit. So if I want it to go back, I've got to find the 3 dots. And it's telling me I can bring it to the front or bring it forward or send back. I'm just going to send backwards so it's a little bit behind that woman. I just do like her sort of in that space there. I'll make her smaller now. Let's see, I think I need to do it from the corner here. Push her up like that. So we could just keep playing around with this. I could make her hair match the curve of that cross. That might be an interesting thing to do. I'll make her a little bit bigger. One of the things that we can't do, which later if we're doing some things in other editing programs, you can change transparency. But this is a really basic program. All right, so I'm going to say I like this as my collage, and there's several ways I could save it. So up here I can download it as a PDF, or I can save the frame as an image. Let me download it as a PDF and we'll see what that looks like, and then we'll also download it as a image. And if that's the case, I can just, I think, go back to this now, and that I just double click on that, and you can see I have it if I ever wanted to work on it again. So that is basically the way that's going to happen. This is my first one that I did. I'm going to click on my the one I just made, so you can see here it just opened up like that. And so you all are getting to see it. I think I could make that smaller just by maybe making my screen smaller like that. And if I wanted to open the PDF, it's going to be the same. So this, I think, should be really fun. Obviously, you have your own pictures, but you can also use anything of mine. I've shared that on Canvas. If you have trouble getting pictures out of there that you would like, I can share it directly to you through Google Photo. I'll just email it to you and give you permission. Okay, so hopefully we have something fun and we can take a look at these in the last 15 minutes of class.